There was a time when Compay Segundo was presumed dead. Ibrahim Ferrer was shining shoes. Rubén González hadn't played for years and didn't even own a piano. They were men that time forgot, voices from a bygone era. They would have one of the greatest comebacks in music history, and it was a complete accident. Compay, Ibrahim, and Rubén, together with a diva, a cowboy, and the nephew of a legendary bassist, in a studio for 6 days. The album they would make together would go on to sell 8 million copies, win a Grammy, and become the subject of an Oscar-nominated documentary. How did this accidental album, of music nearly lost to time, become a global phenomenon? This is Buena Vista Social Club. I'm Adam Maness.
And I'm Peter Martin.
And you're listening to the You'll Hear It podcast.
Music Explored.
Explored, brought to you today by Open Studio. Go to openstudiojazz.com for your jazz lesson needs. Peter, big
yes,
day.
Sir.
Big
oh,
day,
my God.
Big day, big day.
Always big day, but really, really big day.
How do you say big day in Spanish?
Well, no, you don't even know how big of a day it actually is. And I can see there's a little glimmer in your eyes.
I am excited.
But I didn't even tell you in our extensive pregame ritual of getting to know each other's feelings about the record and how we wanted to do this. I didn't even mention this. And I'm going to keep it a little bit of a secret till we get to the end. But we have it's now they know though. But we have a segment. We have categories at the end. We have a segment called Desert Island Tracks. And I'm going to do something today that I've never done before.
Don't ruin the show.
What
are you going to ruin our show?
No. I'm going next level. I'm leveling up.
He's going to ruin the show.
Stick around. And I promise you, if I forget, please remind me. But Adam doesn't know. None of the producers know. I think all the producers have left, by the way.
They're gone.
We're by
they don't want
ourselves.
to be here anymore.
But anyway, I'm excited about that little thing. Because, man, I love this record. I love this record so much.
I love it too. Maybe not as much as that, where I'm shaking. This is, of course, we're talking about Buena Vista Social Club. Look
is
at
that
those
not
guys.
Joy? Is that not Joy?
Those guys. There's. First of all, this packaging of what is that? Like the 25th anniversary.
This is 25th anniversary a couple of years ago.
Man, the CD 25th anniversary packaging is amazing.
It's so good. Oh, look at this. I love CDs. I love LPs, but I'm not that much on the hipster train with the LPs. I never left. But this,
buddy. We're bringing back physical media here at the You'll Hear It podcast.
And I love, this was never, and they probably made some weird jazz wax LP of this, but this is not that. Oh, this is a great record, a great story, and it was a phenomenon.
It was.
Do you remember it? Were you around?
I was
were
around.
You in grade school or something?
You couldn't not remember it because it was everywhere. For
but
a couple
you were young.
of years, I was a teenager. It came out in June 1997.
Yes.
And then a documentary came out 2 years later in 1999. And then it blew up. It blew up twice, basically.
Yeah.
And actually, the second time might have been bigger than the first.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, I think the documentary was nominated for an Oscar even. Yeah. And all these people saw and heard this music. And also just the story of these people, as we mentioned in the intro, is so unbelievable that it makes for a compelling album. Then, on top of it, you got some of the greatest music recorded maybe in the 20th century. I mean, it's pretty good, man.
I mean, I think that's what makes this work is the documentary is great. The story is great. Wim Wenders, the great German, I believe he's German, documentarian.
Wim Wenders is German.
Wim Wenders, sorry.
Wim Wenders.
The cover. We're going to get into that.
Gucci off.
But I think none of that matters if the music isn't killing. And upon going back to this record, I realized, first of all, just how important a record it was for me.
Yeah.
I got to see them live a couple of times, actually a bunch of times. And in fact, there's still a touring group with, I don't think there's anybody still, Juan de Marcos is around, who we're going to talk about.
I think Omara is still around.
Yes, right. And I mean, look, there's a lot. Remind me to tell you my Omara story in Chicago.
Oh, sweet.
But there's a lot of just personal things. Like we talk about nostalgia with different records and stuff. This was my daughter's first concert, Sanger Theater, New Orleans, 1999.
Wait.
She was still in mom's belly.
I was going to say.
Literally her first concert, but she was big.
Wasn't she born in 99?
She was born in 2000.
In 2000?
Yeah.
It
was like December or January. One of the most incredible, when you go to a concert and just you're either introduced to that artist for the first time. I already knew, the record, I'd seen the documentary, I'd actually seen them, I'd seen them play, but this was the first time seeing them live, with my family. It was one of the most stunning, exciting, authentic, grooving. Everybody was on their feet. It was in New Orleans. Yeah. So maybe the one place in the States that has that kind of cultural attenuation to be able to connect with something like that right across the Gulf into the Caribbean. Man, it was just one of the greatest cultural moments of my life.
So check out some of these stats. 8 million copies sold.
Damn.
8 million copies sold. I believe it makes it the best-selling Cuban music album ever.
And did you see what's right under that? 8 million, 7 million of them were sold in Starbucks. That's what's crazy about it.
And 500,000 in Barnes & Noble. No, it reached number 80 on the Billboard charts as an album, which doesn't sound like a lot. But if you think about it, every song is in Spanish.
Yes.
Sung by usually an octogenarian.
Yes.
And that is crazy. Because this isn't like today, where there's still, by the way, big battles over music in Spanish playing on English-speaking countries, which is kind of silly. But like that just didn't happen at this time.
And I mean, the fact that it reached 80, that's like, I mean, this was like selling for years.
Years.
So I don't think it was, I mean, I'm shocked that it was even that high.
5-year window.
Yeah.
And this wasn't just like popular in America. This was popular all over the world, in France, in Germany. I believe it like
Africa,
made it to
especially West Africa. Yeah.
Africa, Asia, all over Europe. And of course, the Caribbean and South America. But man.
What do you mean? Of course.
Because it's Caribbean.
Oh, God, gotcha.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's just a little pressure test there. You passed.
And because the songs are in Spanish. But
speaking of Spanish, full disclosure, we are going to.
So nervous.
We're going to try to. We're going to say all these words. We're going to make some mistakes, but it's out of love.
Shout out to Brenda Tull, my 11th grade
What we're not going to do is
teacher.
call it. The recording was made in Habana because that sounds like. I'm saying banana.
Buddy, I'm just trying to get the vowels right. I mean, no, I really did not do well in Spanish in high school, and I'm super nervous. And the word that I can pronounce the best in Spanish is gringo. So please take everything with a little bit of kindness.
What I realized was like a lot of the Spanish, the little bit that I do know comes from listening to this record so much.
I know, I was going to say.
And then like just trying to figure it out or like connect different things. Yeah. Chan chan.
I got that.
So anyway, I can't wait to get into this. Should we sort of jump right in and then just talk as we go?
Well, let's go into maybe one of the greatest opening tracks of an album ever. This is Chan Chan. And
Chan Chan.
It's magical. Written in 1984.
Yes, I know. That's
not
great.
in 1925.
By Compay Segundo.
Yeah, by Compay.
It was just something like, this is such primal, melodic, and rhythmic content, but it's so perfect and authentic. I mean,
it's a little dirty, isn't it? The lyrics? I could be wrong with that.
No, it does get into a little bit,
A little sexy?
Well, loose translation into English here. How her bottom shook and Chan Chan was aroused.
I love it.
That's what works better in Spanish than in English.
That's awesome. Man.
Yeah. English fucks everything up.
It really does.
Sounds so beautiful.
Yeah.
But this is Compay Segundo, and is it Ibrahim Ferrer? No. Who is he singing with? I don't know. We're going to figure all that out. The one thing that I do know is we're going to talk about a bunch. Cachaito, the bass player, who's all over this record.
I mean, honestly,
killing.
Not to be too controversial, but English as a language for song really does pale in comparison to all the romantic languages.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, French.
Yeah.
And to most others, actually.
Taylor Swift and Beyonce might argue with you on that. But,
this is so beautiful.
I know, it really is. So I can get to that trunk, I want to sit down. That's what they say.
Woo. Yeah, Right Cooder's playing some stuff on this
right. Oh, Compay. So this is a son, and I hope I'm saying that right, S-O-N, which is a style. Like, this is the groove, it's the vibe, it's how they're doing this. This is not from like Havana, although they did it there. This is from like the country, right? This is a vibe. And what I love about this record is like you've got different Cuban styles, and there's definitely influences from different places. In fact, later on in the record, there's quite a bit of American kind of like jazz and even country music, kind of, really cool influences. But like Cuban music, and this is what, like I'd heard actually some of these players before this, and I knew a little bit because of the connection with American jazz over the years.
There's so much, there's a deep connection there.
There's a deep connection. And
to New Orleans too.
Yeah, to New Orleans. And, but like there's something culturally magnetic about this music. So like even if you don't speak Spanish and you're having to pour over the English, which I don't even usually do, like I don't need that. Like the music,
no,
like
it's poetry,
I want
man. Yeah, just let it happen.
It's poetry, but there's such a non-adulterated vibe to this music.
For sure.
That's so authentic. And I think some people would be like, oh, this is like whitewashed or like the tourist view of it. And I mean, maybe, but as I dug back into the story of this and how it came together, there was definitely some serendipity of how these legendary musicians came, but many of them were kind of forgotten. But a bunch of them didn't know each other. That's the crazy thing.
That is kind of crazy.
Like, because they were trying to make the story, and it was a little Hollywood or whatever, like, oh, they'd all been lost and off the scene. A lot of them weren't. Like, a bunch of them were still playing and touring.
Yeah.
But some of them were. Like Ibrahim Ferrer, Rubén González hadn't been playing, but Compay Segundo had been playing, but he had kind of fallen off the map.
He had fallen off
that.
earlier, like in the 70s.
Yeah.
He quit, but then he came back in the 80s.
But a bunch of them had never met, which is crazy because we think, oh, everybody in Havana. Well, no, like some of them were from Santiago. It's a 15-hour drive.
Also, it sounds like they've been playing together for 50 years.
I know.
You know what I mean? Also, by the way, the production on this album is so beautiful. This is really rich production.
Shout out Nick and Rye and the whole gang and the local engineers.
The sound of the bass, the sound of the percussion, the sound of the guitars, the sound of the voices is so gorgeous. You could hear the room around the percussion, which I love so much whenever there's heavy percussion on albums.
And this is percussion driven as opposed to, I mean, there's a little bit of drum set later, but it's like percussion. And you're right, like the sound of it. So Egrem Studio, which was Panart, I don't know how you say that, but that was, I remember reading legendary stuff about this studio because that was like before the revolution, like Nat King Cole and Dizzy Gillespie, all the American musicians would go down and record there. But they've kind of preserved it, I believe, to this day.
Yeah.
Analog, old school, great sound. I mean, it matters, right? It matters. You get the legends together. They had a problem with the tape machine the first day, a little serendipity.
Yeah.
So they had to fix it. So all the musicians had to mingle and get to know each other
Well,
better.
let's go just a little bit before this, Peter. So like the sort of story of the album is actually incredible. The whole thing was an accident. In 96, Nick Gold brought Ry Cooder to Havana to record an experimental fusion album with West African musicians from Mali and Cuban trova players. And when Cooder arrived, the African musicians were nowhere to be found because their visas hadn't come through. So Cuban band leader Juan de Marcos González instead rounded up a group of veteran Cuban musicians and recorded what would become one of the most unlikely crossover albums of the 20th century. And it really is. And the fact that it was such a huge hit is just so mind-boggling.
Yeah.
But it really is a testament to the music of that island, which is so deep and so rich, and
just the tapestry of culture and connection and like excellence in terms of like you hear everybody. It's known, especially for pianists, but for every instrument of the highest level
excellence
of musical
is a great word.
Education. Yeah. So you get all these elements that come together.
But then there's also, you can feel the way people are dressed and the way this food smells. You know what I mean? Like is
it hot and humid? It feels like it.
It should be.
And actually, shout out Nick Gold. So this was, I was trying to remember the name. It was like World Circuit, something was in the name. This was not a major label thing that was planning to sell 8 million copies. And I love when these stories, this is an indie label. I think they're bought up or whatever, UMG or something now. But this was not like a slam dunk to be 8. I mean, how could it be? Yeah. First of all, they didn't even plan it. Oh, and they also made 3 records in the same like couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, there's the Rubén González album.
Introducing Rubén González.
Hilarious, because he was like 80 years old.
Cuba Le Gusta, which is with Juan de Marcos and the Afro-Cuban All-Stars, who I've seen many times perform, are incredible. We're still touring up until a couple of years ago. Right. So, I mean, what they did was amazing, and shout out to do that. And I love it when, I mean, look, shoot me down and call me an optimist. Call me, what was it, rose-colored glasses if you want, Adam. You're my friend. Be honest with me. Yeah. But I think that this record became a phenomenon because it's so darn good.
Of course.
So great.
Some of the best music ever.
Yeah, but that doesn't always happen. Sometimes it's like the story, or people see it at Starbucks and the Putumayo thing. I mean, like, oh, I want to get this. Maybe we'll go to Cuba someday if they ever open up again, honey.
To be fair, though, the name of the album, Buena Vista Social Club, the cover, and the sound of the music captures you.
Yeah, it does.
It does capture you.
It's magnetic, man. It
does.
And
they did a great job at all that, by the way.
Yeah.
And that's important.
It's important. Agreed.
Anyway, let's go to the next track, which is De Camino a la Vereda.
Making great music and albums and sound is important.
Do I sound like Peggy Hill when I say De Camino a la Vereda? Me llamo Peggy Hill.
Woo! We're going out in the country again. Man, how do you just fall into vibe? Can we start with the chorus? Nothing wrong with that. Listen, friend, don't stray from the path. Ibrahim Ferrer. Composition as well. This is another song. I remember seeing Ibrahim do this live. He stretches out on this song too, but
what a voice, man.
Man, his rhythmic attenuation.
Listen to that bass too.
Man, rock solid. Ray Brown of Cuba, come on. Well, I guess that was Cachao, but his own voice.
Cachaito, right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
So great. So yeah, that's written by, and that means like on the path or on the way to the path or stay on the path. And Ibrahim Ferrer was a devotee to the Santeria religion, which is it has a big presence in the Caribbean and Cuba, and was very like this one is not as much about the racy lyrics, and so this is a little stay on the path, do the right thing. Got a little bit of overtones of that in the lyrics.
Can I take you back to the city?
Please.
Can I take you back to Havana?
Oh my God.
With El Cuarto de Tula.
Oh, this is Manuel trumpet. Oh, killing it on this record. Oh, and listen to that bass line.
Yeah, Manuel Guajiro Mirabal.
This is also it's a song, but it's Descarga, which is the Cuban jam style. That's where I start. Yeah,
I don't do nearly enough sirens in my writing.
I know. Oh, these lyrics are great, the translation. It's Tula's bedroom. It's gone up in flames. She fell asleep and didn't blow out the candle. Oh.
That's crazy, right?
I think that's Eliades Ochoa's.
Eliades, yeah.
Man, you hear the timbales in between? Julian Sanchez, 13 years old, the timbalist. And apparently they were in the studio. He'd already done a bunch of sessions and tours and stuff. I mean, some of the hippest percussion.
Damn, so he's...
Man.
I don't know if people who aren't super familiar with Cuban music know that, like, their reputation of instrumentalist is like at the top of the heap of the world. Like the piano reputation of this country is insane.
So before this, like early 90s, actually, I got a chance to meet and hang with Gonzalo Rubalcaba, who's one of the greatest jazz pianists
alive.
Yeah, from Cuba. And that's when I first like got it. I was like, I mean, I'd heard, Chucho Valdez and his father and a lot of these great pianists, but that was the first time I'd been around a Cuban pianist that was just like, I mean, because he's like classical jazz, Cuban stuff.
Yeah.
And he's definitely more, I mean, he can play all this stuff.
When I got to the new school in New York.
But I was just shocked.
When I got to the new school in New York, there was this a pianist named Manuel Valera who...
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, damn. what's going on here.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But so good, so good. Also, Peter, I don't know if you know this, but this podcast is brought to you by Open Studio Jazz.
Ever heard of it?
Go to openstudiojazz.com/YHI. And I want to say, speaking of Cuban pianists, we just a couple weeks ago had in the studio to record a new course on Cuban music and Cuban piano specifically, Harold Lopez Nusa, incredible Cuban pianist, and his brother Rui.
Yeah.
And they were in here and tore it up.
Man,
and
I can't wait to take that
all
course.
this stuff about Montuno's, incredible course.
He actually covers one of the songs from this in the course.
I know. It's amazing.
It's so cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So go to openstudiojazz.com/YHI to sign up and become a member. Start your free 14-day trial at openstudiojazz.com/YHI. Let's get back to the show.
Okay, so we can move on to the next song, but I just want to say we're going to come back to, because one of them, I have the feeling we're going to be coming back to El Cuarto de Tula for some of our categories later.
Okay.
But we'll do that.
Okay. Next up is Pueblo Nuevo.
Danzón. And this is by Israel Lopez Cachito, the bassist. It's so cool. That picture. Oh. Danzón. Oh.
So beautiful. Rubén González touch for someone who hadn't played piano for decades.
I know. Yeah, so he had arthritis apparently, didn't have a piano, and kind of like was like that part of this done. And when they invited him to this, he's like, let me try it. And then just was so, man, he has chops and like the jazz stuff. Oh, and I love when they go into this, we gotta play at least till they go to the mambo, kind of mambo-esque groove. Is that mambo? Yeah. Oh, a little minor with a major 7. I mean 6/9. Oh.
Whole zone.
Yeah. Man, this is like you've walked into the greatest hotel lobby ever. Literally the greatest. I don't know why I said.
You always use that.
Man, I would just be like, thank you. I would just sit down. I would get on the ground and just.
You spent a lot of your life in hotel lobbies, haven't you?
I used to.
Yeah.
But we gotta keep playing. I know we gotta go places, but man. We gotta keep going.
Oh, sorry.
We gotta keep going.
What are you
doing? Oh, that's what I'm saying, man. Monk, that influence. I think they go to another group.
It's so funny, these danzones too, like, there's such it feels so, such a cousin to Argentine tango. I played in a lot of tango bands around here in St. Louis.
Right.
Until this part.
Yeah. Oh, man, they just slide into it. Woo. Oh, man. The taste making of this piano playing. I mean, I heard him do this live a couple times, and it was, man, I was like, sorry.
Throwing shit all around, Peter?
But like just slide in and out of the time. Little blues, little bebop there. I mean, like, this could be so self-indulgent by a lesser pianist, but with Rubén, it's thrilling. Oh, his dynamics. But this groove, and you hear how he's just dancing on top of it? Damn. Man, I could do. Oh, this has everything. This checks all my boxes.
How are you feeling? So after last week's Money Jungle, talking about out-of-tune pianos, you seem to be okay with this one.
Because it's so well. That was an out-of-tune piano that was badly recorded.
True, that's true.
You know, it played very well.
This is killing.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna save a little bit of this.
And it kind of fits in. I'm not saying like he did it on purpose, but it fits in with like some of those. What are those guitars called? Not the lute one. There's another one, but like those the Santiago guitars that they played on here, and Barbarito, we're going to hear Barbarito Torres is killing it. But it's like they have some of those double strings, like the G and the D. It'll be like 6 or 8 strings, and then they double certain ones, and we get that sound. And those strings would always, like you just heard it there, like a little bit out of tune with each other.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was like, that was like the part
It's a
of that
rub.
vibe.
It works.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And so for me, the piano here is just...
Next up is Dos Gardenias.
This was a big hit on here.
This is great. This might be my desert island.
This is one of the greatest, simplest trumpet intros ever.
I'm still undecided on
Dos gardenias para ti.
Oh, they said they used it in one take.
What?
Yes, I think this
Dos Gardenias.
Te adoro.
This is Bolero, of course.
Oh.
Ponle todas tu atención, que serán tu corazón y el mío. Dos gardenias para
Rubén González all over
Dos
this too.
Gardenias, Pele.
todo el calor.
Man, Ibrahim's harmonic intuition.
De esos besos que te di.
There's nothing happening that's not right.
And although, as we said several times, how bad my Spanish is,
Yeah.
I know exactly what the song is about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Two Gardenias para ti for you.
Well, yeah, but also just the way that he's
so
singing
romantic.
it.
Yeah.
I know what's going on.
Yeah.
We all do.
Oh. Man, some of the greatest instrumental comping. Manuel.
Las gardenias de mi amor se mueren.
Man, it's magical.
Es porque han adivinado que tu amor me ha traicionado porque existe otro querer.
Dos Gardenias. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Tasty.
Next up, ¿Y tú qué has hecho? How would you say that?
What are we on now? ¿Y tú qué has hecho?
Thank you.
Yes. Another bolero. This is an old song from the 30s. That's Rio Delfin. Compay Segundo and Alias Ocho.
En el tronco de un árbol.
Takes that shift happens.
Man, it's so... I love stuff that's so simple. Like, you see this written out, and you try to play it, and you're like, man, you better be all... And the effortless flow that they can do.
A la niña una flor debo caer. Yo soy el árbol, conmovido y triste.
So Compay Segundo is actually playing an armonico, which is a small guitar with 7 metal strings with the 3rd double strung, which he invented.
Compay invented.
Yeah, and built the first one. He wanted to combine the characteristics of the tre. That's the other one. The tre is like the Cuban guitar.
Yeah.
That's got some connection with West Africa and Spain. But guess when he invented this instrument? So this was in 1996. The record was made.
Can I legit guess?
Yeah.
1955.
It was a little older, so they're not sure exactly, but it was in the 1920s.
Oh, wow.
So like that's the cultural connection going back, with this record that it still sounds so vibrant. He invented the damn thing in the 20s. What were you doing in the 20s? We're in the 20s now.
We're in the 20s. I was going to say, what am I doing? I'm doing a podcast in the 20s.
Come on, man.
Next up is Veinte Años.
That's culture.
So's this, Pete.
So it is. This whole thing is.
Podcast culture, buddy. Killing.
Man.
Absolutely killing.
So this is a string, another bolero form and vibe. Veinte Años, 20 years. 20-year itch, ever heard of it?
Thank you.
¿Qué te importa que te ame? Si tú no me quieres ya. El amor que ya pasa.
Yeah, this is Omara Portuna. I'm going to tell my Omara story. She's beautiful, Afro-Cuban. I mean, you hear it.
Fui la ilusión de tu vida.
I heard her and Ibrahim sing this together live.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Stunning.
Hoy represento el pasado. No me puedo conformar.
She was like always performing though, right? She was a little younger than everybody else. Is that right?
She was a little, yeah. I mean, she was actually in the recording studio doing another album downstairs.
No
They had,
way.
yeah, at Egram in Cuba, and then she came up and she's like, "Oh, I heard you might be looking for a vocalist or something."
Can we just say that it's so great that this is like there's so much happenstance
I know.
involved in making this masterpiece. Like,
Yeah.
and that happens sometimes, right? You can plan and plan and plan, but sometimes it's like, man, let the universe do its thing.
Yeah.
You know?
So Omara was with the Buena Vista, actually I think it was Afro-Cuban All-Stars was officially called at Symphony Center at Chicago. And this was 8 or 9 years ago. My wife, Kelly, my partner, she and I were up in Chicago celebrating our 20th anniversary. And we had tickets I don't know if I surprised her, but we had tickets to go see them at Orchestra Hall, and Omara heard that I was there and that it was our 20th anniversary.
No way.
Because we have a mutual friend. I mean, I knew her a little bit and I'd met her before. And our mutual friend who was on the tour mentioned, he's like, "Oh, Peter's here." He's like, "How many?" And she announced from the stage, "Congratulations to us," in English. She said in Spanish, and she said it in English to Peter and his beautiful wife.
Come on, man.
20th. And I was like,
You got some points for that
I
one,
got
I
some
hope.
points,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean-
That's gonna carry you all the way through 30 probably.
I mean, it was a magical thing going back to, that concert in New Orleans. And then, we've been through a lot in our life, as we all are, to go. But to have this constance of this amazing artist, this presence of, and I saw her at different jazz festivals. She did some tours on her own and was just really a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person and an incredible artist. So, shout out.
Very, very cool. Next up is El Carretero.
Carretero.
I don't think either one of us...
That's the cart driver. That means the cart driver.
I don't think either one of us nailed that one.
No. Oh.
Yeah, this is great.
Elias Ochoa. Started playing guitar when he was 6. This is the Trey guitar with the double D and the double G. Man, is that a thick ass groove?
Yes, that's a thick ass groove.
That bass, man.
Con sus canciones que muy sentida y muy guajira alegre cantó.
This is some country stuff right here. The lyrics.
I love the country stuff. I love the country stuff.
Along the track by my house, a cart driver passed with his sentimental songs that Guajiros sang. I'm going to the crossing to unburden my load. I'm going to the crossing to unburden my load. They all reach the end of my crushing labor.
I mean, that might as well
play
be
the
some
music,
Delta
that's better.
blues.
I know. It very blues. Right up on the mountain. I work without... Man, no, this is better in Spanish.
Yeah, I was going to say,
you want to hear me
recite all the lyrics in
Por El
English?
Camino. El Camino. I always wanted an El Camino.
In a St. Louis accent. Next up is Candela.
Oh. Man, highly recommend the pictures, the lyrics, 25th anniversary edition, all remastered. Candle, fire. Oh, man. Let's go dancing tonight together, man. Come on.
Let's do it. Let's go. El Volcano off Kings Highway?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
This is Tumbao. And so this is actually, I didn't know about this. This is in here. The Guayabero style. Guayabero just means passion fruit, but this is like when you got that kind of groove going and you're talking about like the lyrics are very everyday life type stuff, but they all have like sexual innuendos to them. So it's like, oh, fire, 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 I'm burning. A rodent put on a dance for some great amusement. He chose a mouse as his drummer to play for the whole day. An elegant and amiable cat came along too. Good evening, my friend, he said to the drummer. I can play too, and you can take a rest. The mouse left the room half crazy. Now I'll have to go and rest. And the cart played the cat played anyway. That sounds ridiculous. This is why we got to
keep going. Should I put some?
But man,
should I put some mood chords under that?
I mean, it's like some.
It's so incredible.
It's some Motown. I mean, man, thick, killing.
Next up, you got this one. That's your turn.
What are we getting into now?
Amor.
Oh, Amor de Loca, Juventud. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this is cool. This is getting into like...
Say Juventud?
I don't know what that... Juventud. I don't know. This is like getting into... All right, let's listen to this. I'm trying to remember which one of these. Yeah, this is getting a little Americana.
We're getting very cowboyish.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
I love it. This is from the 1930s, though. This is real Havana stuff here. Like you hear the chorus, almost like gospel-y kind of stuff. You know, like American Songbook type stuff.
Mueren ya las ilusiones de la
Oh man,
es así.
It's almost like like those the harmonic progression.
Sweet Georgia Brown.
Yeah. This could be a standard.
Augmented triad.
Timbales, 13-year-old Timbalia.
I love that they just let the 13-year-old go nuts on those little...
Killing it.
Yeah.
And then the next one, I'm not even going to try to say this. Yes, I am. Orgullecida.
Orgullecida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a cool one. Rubén plays some great stuff. This gets real jazz adjacent, but this is an old song too, I think.
It feels like an old song, doesn't it?
Oh, I think this is when Cooder's son Joaquin played a little bit of drum set.
Tan linda perfección, tal vez será que soy a la madrina.
Oh, and normally like this kind of tune, I'd be like, it would come up as a quibble bit, like varying a little bit, and maybe a little too much, pedal steel or whatever. But man, it just works, and the vocals and the vibe, and the pacing on this record's great.
They captured something with this.
Yeah,
they captured something with this. Okay,
like
next
when
up,
you can take stuff that maybe not be the strongest. No, it's not. It's a great song. It's just, man, it just works. Yeah. Murmullo.
Murmullo.
Oh,
yeah. This
is man. The sound in that room. This is very like Royal Studios in Memphis kind of.
What a sophisticated player.
Yeah. Oh. Details.
All those little crunchy things that he's doing.
Oh. Let it flow, baby. Let it flow.
That's sounds like something you might do, Peter.
Man, it wouldn't happen. I definitely was influenced by. I mean, when I heard his playing, I was like, I love it. I want to try it. I wrote a song kind of very much influenced by him called Cuba, New Orleans.
I know it.
Oh, right there. Oh, man, this music is so.
But the way he
romantic.
floats,
Yeah,
the sort of like out of time floating things he does. You know who else does that?
Who?
Gonzalo.
Absolutely, absolutely. This music is so. I can see why maybe there's some pushback that it's some idealized version of something. It's like a Hollywood movie where everything's just right. But you want that, you know what I mean? It's so romantic.
Yeah.
It's so pristine. It's so masculine. It's so feminine. It's so like life-affirming.
I mean, in the research leading up to this, I did find some pushback by some Cubans who were saying this is sort of like, a memory of an era with rose-colored glasses that didn't actually, exist in the sort of romantic way that they're portraying it. But
you know what else they say?
What?
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna
Your girl
hate.
said that. Your girl said that in English. No. I mean, I don't know enough about that.
I don't either. But
I can tell you this, like to me, art, and this is art, high art, great culture, whatever you want to call it. This is a document, and not just this book. I mean, the music, the sound that is here for posterity, and it's like uplift so many people. Me, every time I listen to it, it's top shelf. You know, I mean, maybe it's not for everybody. That's fine, but I'm saying it is. And so what they created, and it wasn't art, it wasn't AI, it wasn't like trickery. There was no overdubbing. It was, I mean, not that you can't make a great record, and we've listened to a lot of overdubbing, but however they got there, this one got there very authentically, analog, like, and the story behind it supports that. But even if you don't know any of that, you shouldn't have to know that. Like, does the music move me?
The music is moving, for sure.
And from beginning to end. And we're getting towards...
We're at the penultimate track.
Yeah.
This is the title track, Buena Vista Social Club.
And this is written by Cachao. Ooh. Wait, can we go back and just listen to the beginning again? But before we play it, like, okay, this is such... Like, we're moving along in the record. Like you noted how Chan Chan, the way the record starts is so powerful and arresting, but also like it's kind of dark,
haunting.
But it's haunting. But like the groove, it's like just pulling you into something. You know, that there is joy, but it's like, where's it going? The way this starts, this is just a little moment on the record. I'm not saying this is the greatest moment or apex moment, but it's just an example of many different things. It's kind of weird. It almost reminds me of Dong Do Go D'Angelo at the beginning of Untitled.
Yeah.
Like the way they play that chord with rough. I mean, it's kind of weird, but it's also like, pay attention. So, okay, sorry.
Yeah, I see that now.
Man.
Yeah. So good.
Orlando Lopez on bass, and intonation off the charts. Perfection.
Right, Cooder.
Yeah. Imposing his will, but suddenly, actually, and well done.
He doesn't overdo it, and that
Nice.
helps. Yeah.
He was borderline there.
one too many?
Ooh, Quibble bit? No. Yeah, I mean, this... Okay, this is crazy. So, Cachao and then Cachaito, the bass player on here, Orlando Lopez, comes from a whole family of musicians, which includes over fill-in-the-blank number of bass players in his family. What's the most number of bass players a family could have?
I mean, you really, if you have more than 5, the family is like lifted to a new economic level because everybody's working so much, right?
Exactly.
And the family disbands because there's no time to spend with each other because bassists work all the time. But what do we got here?
40. Over 40. Bass players!
It's not even a family anymore.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, this is culture to me. Like, a culture that could support 40 bass players in one family loves music. You know,
for sure.
on one island. And I think that's the stunning thing. Look, I know Cuba's got issue. I mean, there's so much stuff. We're not getting into any of that because we're talking about the music. We're here to talk about the music. We ain't talking about practice. I'm going to tell you, like, and like every culture, every place, you know, puts things into the world, and it's not about better than the other. But like, I just want to acknowledge and thank when a culture puts something out there to the world that's so great and so inviting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I bet you put this on, these grooves, this kind of playing, or musicians playing it now, like Harold and Rui and all the young guys. And like, you do these songs, I bet 80-90% of Cuban people know how to dance to this, know the songs, you know, in a way that speaks very highly to cultural attenuation.
I'll bet we get some older Cuban listeners in our comments here who's saying that, no, the young people aren't dancing to it like they did.
I don't know. I mean, that's one of the things. I mean, that's a good question. I'll tell you this.
Just because it's fun for generations knowing each other.
And I want to shout out Morris Tamsky, who was my father's best friend for many years. He passed a couple years ago at the age of, I believe, 96 or 97, from Havana. Came to St. Louis in the, I believe, early 50s, and was a son of Cuba to the point when I was at his funeral 2 years ago, you know, he was laid to rest, his coffin was there, and as he wanted the Cuban flag. He said that's what's going to be covering me as he departs. But and I remember my dad telling me about, he went to see the same tour. We were living in New Orleans, Powell Hall, right around the corner from here. Same thing. Everybody's on their feet. And, Morris is, son of Cuba, but like that's that kind of thing. I don't think it's just with the older people. I'm sure everybody's like, oh, they're not like they used to be. But there's a connection with the culture being so magnetic and absorbed into the people and the education there. That's stunning, I think. Are we on the last track? Last two tracks? You're over there writing. Are you planning next week's episode?
I'm just kind of making some notes here. No, this is the final track. This is La Bayamesa.
Bayamesa. Oh, we're in 3. Only song in 3. Criolla, I think. Was written by the Bohemian troubadour Sindo Garay guess what year?
1992.
Let's listen a little more, then we'll guess.
Tristes recuerdos de tradiciones cuando contempla sus verdes.
This is crazy. Okay. So, La Bayamesa was written by the great Bohemian troubadour Sindo Garay, as I said, in 1869.
Amazing.
Composed in the Criolla rhythm, a precursor of the son. It is a patriotic hymn to the Republic of Cuba. The lyrics tell the story of a woman from Bayamo, the first town to be liberated in the Revolutionary War of 1868, who burns her house rather than let it fall into the hands of the Spanish. This version features a new ending arranged by Compay Segundo, who's on this record, who had clear memories of a time when, as a boy of 7, Garay would visit his family home from 1869.
That's amazing.
Oh man, so great.
Amazing. Well, Peter, let's do some categories. What do you got for Desert Island tracks? What have you landed on?
Okay.
Oh, is this the special one?
This is the especial.
Oh, God. Don't ruin the show, man.
Yeah. This album is my Desert Island album. Boom.
This is the only, if you were like, you can only bring one album.
Yeah. And experiencing it with you and our dear listeners today, I feel even more. I was wondering, like, should I? I'm thinking of other things. I feel even more emboldened.
This is a very special day.
Man, I love this out. Like, this would be my desert. Now, can I be on the island of Cuba? If that would even be better. Then I have a little space to spread.
It's not a desert island.
That's true. But yeah, this is unequivocally, like, I love this record that much. Now, some of you might say, oh, you said that about some other thing, and I love a lot of albums. Sue me, okay? Talk to my attorneys, DeBossier and DeBossier, Esquires. Both of them. But the thing is, like, this record, for me, it's the intersection of nostalgia, family, love, Morris, being able to, Omara, there's so much like connection, but I also just love the music. Like, I will never get tired of listening to this record. There, said it.
Well, I really wish I would have gone first. I can't top that. My Desert Island track is Dos Gardenias, because
Palaki? Palami? Palati? Palami?
Parati.
Okay.
Apex Moment, what do you got?
Okay, so we listened to, what is that, the third track? Cuarto de Tula.
Yeah.
Tula's the young lady who likes to have a good time, apparently, if the English translation is correct. So if you started about 4, so Barbarito Torres, who we haven't talked about enough, he played some of the most, at that Sanger show in New Orleans in 99, he played some of the most incredible solos, and I just want to get yeah, here it comes. This guitar solo is one of the greatest
this is really
improvised solo.
This is killing.
And this is like a loud, which is like a Cuban lute. The way he builds it up. Oh, it's that double string.
This is a great call, Pete.
Oh, blues scale? Come on. Oh. Sharp 9?
Miss Killing. Miss Killing. You might have won this. That's great.
What are you doing? No, really, what are you doing, dude? Okay, go ahead. Man, that solo is
It's so funny.
It's one of the greatest improvised solos.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I picked another solo, but I picked Rubén González solo on the next track, Pueblo Nuevo.
Yeah.
Right around here.
Oh, yeah, when they go into the mambo.
When they go to the mambo field.
Oh. The phrasing.
All that stuff, man. So good. Bespoke playlist, what do you got?
Goats.
Goats?
Goats.
Goats.
Yeah. I mean, there's, you know, the playlist would have other albums like KOB and just top selling, but top level, just greatest of all times. Yep.
I've got Barnes & Noble End Cap All-Star. Maybe the Barnes & Noble End Cap Goat.
You always win this category.
I can't imagine another album crushing at a Starbucks counter.
Oh my God.
Crushing at
Yes.
a Barnes & Noble End Cap.
Right.
This
The good folks at Putumayo might have a problem
Put
with
inside an NPR tote bag as a giveaway. You know what I'm saying? This had to have cleaned up in the early 2000s for middle-class moms.
Right.
In their minivans. For
New York Times readers?
New York Times readers. For
PBS?
French
purveyors?
teenagers. I mean, just amazing. Okay.
I love that. That's great. You always win that category, man.
Quibble bits, what do you got?
None.
I have, my quibble bit is I can't pronounce the titles.
Is that
Snobometer.
a quibble bit with the
Snobometer,
record?
what do you got?
Okay, I think I got this right, and I think I haven't seen yours, but can we say them at the same time?
Sure.
Because I think we might say the same thing. Well, so we're going to say 1, 2, 3, and then the number.
Okay, ready?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good, great. Yeah, this is the one. I can't believe this. This might be our
I
first.
almost went 10 though, which would have been
you
weird.
serious?
Because it's so great. It's so great. 10's better.
So tell me about your one rating on the stuff. So for those of you who don't
It
know,
sold 8 million records. It's the greatest selling world album of all time.
Yeah.
So it has to be a 1.
Snobometer is like, if it's a 1, it's not snobby at all. It's very accessible. And 10, it's very snobby and it's hard to listen to. It's not very accessible.
If you want me to explain my 1, see above your Bespoke playlist.
Great.
That tells you.
Is it better than Miles Davis's 1959 masterpiece, Kind of Blue?
Yes.
No.
Oh my God.
Accoutrements.
We're just gonna just jump right past
That's all
that.
we need to say.
Okay. 10.
11. I have 11.
son of a
There's
bitch.
a freaking 2-hour-long documentary. And that's
not part of the accoutrements
That
of
is
the
part
album.
of the accoutrements of the whole album. You watch them make the album, dude.
I thought I was gonna stretch by saying 10 because of this beautiful 25th anniversary. Because the original I might have said 9. I mean the original's great. With
The original's
this,
great, but the 25th anniversary is so sick.
Yeah.
But the
We can go 11,
documentary.
so it's a pliable 1 to 10.
I mean, if you can go Desert Island album, I'm going to go 11 on accoutrements.
Good. I'm not mad at you.
What do you got?
After Cuban All Stars, you know the
call.
first record, I told it Cuba La Gusta. That's an incredible record. Or introducing Rubén González, another great record.
I have, and hear me out.
I'm hearing you. Okay, computer.
2 Against Nature, Steely Dan.
Ooh.
Now, we've talked about how this album, Buena Vista Social Club, is an amazing comeback album for all these artists.
Yeah.
And around the same time, just a couple years after the album came out, and just a couple months after the documentary came out, Steely Dan's 2 Against Nature came out, 20 years
After
Gaucho.
Yeah.
And
And then they did the first tour, like kind of ever or since
it
then.
was
right?
also a Barnes & Noble End Cap All-Star.
Of course.
But it just,
Steely Dan, there's going to be some overlap.
I don't know, I just have 2 Against Nature and this album as like, a lot of people probably were listening to these 2 albums around the same time.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I also have, and I don't know why, this doesn't make total sense, but I kind of mentioned Argentine Tango before, but the way that some of the Astor Piazzolla tango albums are recorded remind me of the way this album sounds. And I know that those Piazzolla albums, a lot of them were a lot earlier than this,
How'd
for
you say
sure.
that?
Piazzolla.
Okay.
How do you say it?
I thought it was Piazzoli.
Piazzolla. There's an
Piazzolla.
A on the end.
No,
You say you pronounce A's as
You
E's?
say it A.
Okay.
Go, keep going.
Astor Piazzolla, of course, genius Argentine bandoneon and composer, bandoneonist and composer. I don't know. It's not
Bandoneonist?
bandoneonian. No, but there's something about the way those.
I have bandoneonian columns on the front of my house we're installing currently.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Something about the way those Piazzolla albums were recorded. And
You want to flow from this to that.
yeah,
That
like,
makes sense.
Like it would
Totally.
fit. I don't know if it would fit musically. Certainly the Danzones remind me like aesthetically in the form of some of those tangos, but just like the way that the instruments are tracked feels very at home in this album.
Damn, that's a good cover, man.
It's beautiful. It's an 11. It's 11 out of 10.
11.
All
Damn
right.
it. I wish I'd known that. Oh, I'm surprised. So for your up next, you decided not. We have some other big records from 1997. You did not go with Puff Daddy and the Family, No Way Out, as your next one.
No, but that's a
Okay.
banger. That's a banger.
Is it?
I mean, it'd be amazing to go to Elliott Smith either or, but you are asking for it.
Right.
All right.
Man, this was fun.
This
man.
is great.
This was great.
This was great.
Thank you guys for being here. Until next time.
You'll hear it.